Hello there. Okay, exciting day number two. It's been very intense today, and we just got right on it. We started where we basically took off yesterday with making the backbones of kind of carving out the backbone of the story, finding the essence and like finding which crucial events and which are the things that we can't leave out, the things that needs to be there to identify kind of and to kind of carry the story. So what in kind of make the shortest version possible of the story that you're working with. That's kind of finding the backbone of your story, and it's a good place to like bringing awareness into that, into really knowing what's the backbone of the story of your story. That gives you a lot of confidence. It gives you a lot of security, and you will always know where's the bottom line going, so depending on then what we did today was to learn and elaborate how to expand these different parts of the story, depending on where we want it to go. For example, expanding in this context refers to, or we talk about adding details, adding the descriptive language, adding language that draws you into the story by using our senses. How did it look like? How did it sound like? And how did it taste like or smell like? By using language that uses the senses, you kind of draw your listener into the story. And depending on also in what part of the story you choose to add more detail, it will have a certain effect. There is, in almost every story, there is at least, we learned about a guy that's called Joseph Campbell. And he kind of suggests a theory, and he suggests that every story has a place where there's a call for action. There's an event that happens that sets the story going, that makes the story take off, and it's usually in the beginning of the story. And what we did today was to, in that moment, in that part of the story, we added details, and we played around with what kind of details we add, where and how, and how did it change the experience of the story, how did it give a completely new color and depth to it. And it was very, very, very beautiful to kind of from standing in this backbone with this really short version of the story, then having the freedom, like if you have the listening from your audience, if you have the space, oh, okay, then why not, share a bit more, invite the audience into this world and paint with words, images, make it like a movie. What we went through today is also, it was so beautiful, reflections that with my classmates and the teachers about these working with these details. It adds emphasis to the moment that you're describing, or to the event that comes after. That was one reflection that we did. And there was also an example that Sahan, one of the teachers, he gave, or he said, like, once you've named it, the magic is gone. And Sahan said it was Raffles, the other teacher's example, but he used to say that for example, when a kid that has never seen the moon, goes out in the night and he sees the moon and asks his dad, like, "What's that?" And the dad says, "The moon." And maybe the kid is like intrigued in the beginning, like, "What's that? What's that? What's that?" But once you put a name to it, it's the moon. Then the magic is gone, But what if the parent would say, "Oh, it's a shining round thing flying up in space, has a lot of craters on it." If you would really dwell into then you still hold the magic of that thing, but then once you say it, boom, it's gone. It's the moon, and it's only the moon, nothing else. So that it was. This is now making something a 4-hour session into a few minute reflection, but working with details of a story and descriptive language. This is really a nice way, I think, to gain control, because sometimes you have an audience that is ready to listen to you for half an hour, and sometimes you have an audience that is ready to listen to you for 5 minutes, and then it's very nice to be able to in the moment adjust to the tempo, to the rhythm of the context where you are performing. So in this way, you have a super short version, and then you also can, with your imagination, draw up and in each part of the story, you can expand it if you want to, using your imagination and just drawing the audience into your magical world of this story. So that was really the day of today. We've been I'm working with a Japanese folk story right now, and it's called Visu the Woodsman and the Old Priest. Maybe later on I will give you how to say, a performance of it, or I will share the story with you guys. But for today, just wanted to round it up like this. Hope this is inspiring for you, and if you want more, check out Mezrab, Mezrab, Amsterdam, and from there Google that and you will find their website, you will find events. Tomorrow night they have an open mic, for example, and yeah, lots of fun. So check it out, and see you on day 3.